Welcome Libra, we're doing an energy reading for you today. It is a general reading, so always trust yourself on what resonates, leave what does not. Big welcome to those that are new to my channel, those that follow me regularly, love your support. Now this reading is for wherever Libra is in your birth chart, sun, moon, rising sign, and if you're cross-watching, a big welcome. Now we just mentioned I have just reopened my personal readings. They have been closed for quite some time. They are only going to be open for the month of June, so spots are limited. If you do want to get a personal reading with me, booking links on here and down below. All right, let's dive in. So first up, Libra, let's pull your essential energy. Then we're going to have a look at anything, situations you're going through, advice and guidance on dealing with those situations. Okay, you've got a message to move beyond your limits. There's a vortex opening up there. So possibly you're holding yourself back in some way. Spirit's saying make your dreams, your goals bigger. You're capable of more. And it's time to rekindle who you are. She's stepping in the light there. There are people in the shadows in front of her, him or her. And Spirit's saying don't worry about what other people think. You're going through a bit of a rebirth right now. Ascension. Well, it's really thinking about it. And some of you need to look deeper into your fear. So again, it's having a look at you limiting yourself in some way. So there's possibly some karmic imprints playing out where you're dimming your full potential, dimming your light, shrinking away when you should be expanding. So we're saying there's opportunities and things that you could do where you need to step out of your comfort zone that you're totally capable of doing. Oh, some of you need to transcend the ego. She's standing there naked. So who are you at a core? Who is your real authentic self? What is it that you want? And a need to turn frustration into success. So possibly when things aren't going your way, you feel like you need to give up or change direction. And so it's also saying that heroes are made from conquerors of pain. So there may be something where it's some aspect of your life that trips you up all the time. Feels like you never get where you want to be, whether it's related to your career and finances, whether it's related to love relationships, some aspect of your life that constantly is you a little bit of a bugbear. And Spirit's saying you're getting closer and closer to having a breakthrough there, figuring out what it is that is tripping you up, and just keep moving forward. All right, let's have a look at some guidance around balancing these energies out. Well, you've got silver, which is the lunar path. Now, the lunar path often represents the moon, so trusting your intuition, being in flow. Spirit's going to try and help you as much as they can with this kind of rebirth going on within self, trying to get you into a higher vibration. And you've got sugar light, which is the inner child. Some of you may need to tap back into the inner child, is really having a look at that self. Who are you at a core level? Who is your authentic self? So the inner child can get damaged by the criticisms of others growing up, trying to morph into something that you're not, just to fit in, to get along with life, to protect self. And you pull pyrite, sparks of life. Part of you is coming back alive, Spirit's saying, coming back to life. And you've pulled moonstone. Interesting, the lunar energies are coming out again, which is the mother goddess. Some of you may be healing a mother wound. It's also recognizing that you are loved and supported universally by the universe. All right, let's have a look for the deeper meaning here. We're saying you have this freedom to decide your path to happiness. So what makes you happy? So what makes you happy might be different to what makes somebody else happy. It could be a non-traditional path, a different way of living than others. Okay, there's a situation in your life that's ended. So some of you are definitely going through a rebirth here. pushed you into a new beginning. And it's important for you not to compromise yourself right now. So do not go backwards. You did make a healthy choice for yourself. Do not compromise your authentic self. What's important to you? Oh, you're about to have a major breakthrough. This is what we're talking about, turning that frustration or pain into success. Where is it trying to lead you? Often it's trying to get you to see a pattern playing out in your life, something that doesn't serve you, an aspect of self that needs balance. All right, let's pull you some guidance around your energy. Firstly, this transformation going on about this rebirth. Okay, you got a woman holding her heart here. Girls, this can represent self. Getting ready to open up to love. Guys, it can represent a love interest. Some of you have definitely walked away from a situation and you're possibly in a state of indecision here. So you're kind of almost between the past, the present, and the future. Where do you go from here? Guidance on that. Okay, there's some kind of contract coming in that you're possibly waiting on. So we're saying it's coming. Could be something in the legal system that's going to free you to move in a new direction. Let's have a look at you moving beyond your limits and facing your fears here. Oh, it's about you speaking your truth and using your throat chakra, your voice. Some of you have a message you want to share with the world. Others, you need to communicate better, more. And it's really important for you to rely on your strength right now. Hold your center. Particularly those of you that have walked away from a situation, a person. You do have a very happy family around you to support you, whatever family means to you. Let's have a look at you tapping into this authentic self here, your inner child. Okay, you might want to journal out in some really quiet time what it is you want from life. What is it that's going to make you happy? And you need to have patience with the process you're going through right now because you're going through a transition phase. And Spirit's definitely watching over you. Some of you are having a bit of a spiritual awakening. Let's have a look at the sparks of life here where you're about to have a major breakthrough. Yeah. Wherever you're feeling stuck and tied up the most in your life, that's the area that needs to transform the most. It's directly related to love. Some of you got some patterning playing out in love. We do have a divine union here. It's about your ability to take action and move yourself forward. All right, let's have a look at you feeling stuck. Oh, there's a storm brewing if you hold yourself stuck. And instead of doing that, you need to elevate and get in your higher states of consciousness, which means you're looking negatively on love situations or you're not seeing it clearly. How can you be, so Spirit's saying you need to be in your highest vibration when you're in love relationships. I mean, we can't maintain that all the time. But going into new love relationships, don't come from a place of lack or neediness. You need to be balanced within yourself. Then you're going to make wiser choices for yourself and you're going to attract a balanced partner. All right. Let's have a look at you turning this frustration into success. It's exactly what we just said. It's going to happen when you're balanced. Some of you are imbalanced within self. So what does that mean? If we're constantly feeling like within ourselves there's something that's like we're lacking something, maybe you can't even put your finger on why you feel a state of lack. You can't fill that with things from the outside. You can't fill that with love connections. You can't fill that with material needs. There's a hole within the soul, basically. It could go all the way back to the inner child. Some of you need to do some inner child healing. Something that affected you when you were growing up, that affected your sense of self-love and self-worth. Because when we can validate self from within, we don't need external things to make us feel grounded and peaceful. We're already at peace, no matter what's going on around us. Some of you need to heal part of the inner child. So we're saying your door to money is going to open when you're in balance. And there's going to be this beautiful caring connection. It's very supportive comes in. Let's have a look at you having the freedom to decide your own path to happiness. Okay, things are in progress there, so it could take you a little bit of time to get onto that path of happiness. And you are attaching yourself to things that don't serve you any longer. The shadow self here. So you're holding yourself back. Oh, and there's also hostilities here. So some of you need to clear energies of people around you that are negative and hostile. They're holding you back in life. And you're the magician, so Spirit's saying you can free yourself at any time, but it takes a conscious choice. And it's time for you to go on a journey of transformation. It can be a solo journey, away from the negative influences of others. Definitely not serving you. All right, let's put you some guidance from the tarot. Okay. Some of you are experiencing sleepless nights right now, anxiety, worry, and it's about the transformation you're going through right now, the changes you're going through. It could even be an ending that you're kind of got anxiety over. And so we're saying instead of doing that, you need to get into the Queen of Fire energy, which is confident, talented, brilliant, believing in yourself. Some of you are worrying that a job opportunity is not coming in, and it is. A lot of transformation growth going on right now. That can be a very uncomfortable process. Let's have a look at you stepping out of fear, speaking your truth, relying on your strength. You've got a beautiful, happy family here. Okay, there is a lot of busyness here. You are dealing with a lot. A lot of things coming your way. And the Spirit's saying you need to put some money aside for savings and be really practical, particularly if you're being reactive to life versus responsive. And you need to get in your high priest, high priestess energy. So there's definitely a need to elevate. Let's have a look at you getting in touch with your authentic self. There needs to be some inner child healing here. Yeah, again, you're holding yourself stuck. The ego's coming out. Okay. Where have you got the blinkers on to where your ego's playing out and not serving you? What does that look like? It looks like I don't need to change. I'm fine just as I am, but, you know, everything's imploding around you and your relationships keep failing. Might want to look at that. You know, sometimes we can blame everyone and everything around us versus doing the healing journey we need to take. As harsh as that sounds, darling. Yes, you got the Queen of Air here. You've got to cut out things in your life that no longer serve you, particularly negative influences in your life. Could even be within self, patterns, habits playing out. There's also a focus on doing what you love. So Spirit's saying part of that inner child healing could be doing creative things, artistic things, things that bring you a sense of joy and peace in that quiet time. Let's have a look at this side where you're going to have a major breakthrough, particularly around relationship patterns. When you're in balance, things are going to flow for you. Yeah, your ships are sailing in. So if you've been working on things, it is going to pay off. There's definitely conflict with others. Come through again. So are you engaging in a pattern of conflict with others? What does that look like? It's almost like a situation where you and someone else or a group of people have this way of relating that's toxic. What does that mean? It means that you get something out of, you know, egging each other on or irritating someone, or they irritate you and you react in a certain way and you constantly react in the same way. Versus not being bothered by their energy, becoming unbothered by their energy, not reacting. Walking away versus being triggered. It's playing out here for some of you. Because some of you, you know, when you crave a high and low with someone, there's a lot of triggering that goes off. It can be a karmic pattern of relating. Spirit's saying it's time to release that. Time to let it go. Only you can make that conscious choice. Nobody can force you. So some of you may need to work on how can I sit quietly with myself and do things on my own where I'm not craving stimulation. I'm not craving someone to be with me. How can I sit in silence and be comfortable, whether it's a walk in nature, going for a drive, watching a movie by yourself? How can I be comfortable within my own skin? You've got to get to that place, because that's going to be a breakthrough for you. All right, let's put some guidance from the Goddess Guidance Deck. Well, some of you are very sensitive or increasingly sensitive, so you may need to watch that sensitivity. Know when you're triggering or when group energy is too much or negative energies of others is too much. When that happens, it means you're absorbing the energies of others. So you've got to step back from those situations. Doesn't mean that you can't mix with others. It means you need to know your full point where you're going to suddenly feel overwhelmed by the energies of others and have some quiet time. And to release harsh judgments about yourself and others for things that haven't gone and worked out. Just let it go. You're divinely protected and watched over at this time by a guardian angel. Some of you just need to focus on self-care right now, boosting yourself up. And there is a need for you to take a leap of faith on doing things that make you happy, joyful, in a very healthy way. Creative things. Again, you've got the Magician coming out on this side. It's up to you to make changes in your life. What's coming through here is just suggested guidance. It's up to you what you do with it. All right, let's put you some crystal healing messages. Oh, you got divine protection over divine protection. As you transform and grow, this transition phase you're going through, you're divinely protected. You need to be very compassionate with yourself and gentle with yourself. Be mindful of that self-talk. Spirit's saying music would be really good for you. Listening to music, playing music, guided meditation, sound therapy. There is a soulmate connection coming in. It's not here yet. Okay. You've got relationship healing here. I don't know if there's someone you want to heal a relationship with. It feels like it's family in some aspect. And it may be that you go through cycles with someone where you heal things and then it gets turbulent. You heal things and then it gets turbulent. It's not very healthy. Yeah, again, it affects your inner. You need to heal your inner child. You need to heal the relationship with yourself. So what can that look like? It could look like growing up in a caregiving situation where there was a lot of drama or arguments. So that's your norm. That's how people relate to each other. You may have done a lot of things to protect yourself from that, like withdraw. Wasn't comfortable. You need to get to higher ground to see things clearly in your life. It's mostly around your own transformation. Spirit's saying they want to sprinkle infinite blessings on your life, but they're just waiting for you to get ready. Those blessings are waiting for you, and it's time for you to face your inner truths directly related to your authentic self. And big message, you need to be gentle with yourself. Sometimes when we realize the inner child's been damaged, it can be it's almost like a deep heartache. That you didn't have the childhood that you wanted, or you didn't have the parents show up in a great way. It can be deeply saddening to know that's how it's affected you all the way through your adulthood. And it can take a lot to unravel the subconscious patterning that sits at a very deep level when there's inner child wounding. But when we bring it to the surface, we can start clearing it and healing it. All right, let's give you some guidance from your spiritual team. Now, I have done an ebook on healing the inner child. I'll link it in here for you. Oh, Spirit's saying you need to be vigilant and watch your back. You've got so much protection over you right now. Why do they need to be vigilant? Okay. I'm not sure if there's a situation that's hidden from you right now that you can't even see, because Spirit's not showing it to us, apart from that conflict going on. It doesn't feel like it's that. Spirit is going to tell you before it happens. It could even just come through your intuition. You've also got protect the wild and green. So you may be somebody that's very passionate about Gaia, Mother Earth, animals, nature. Or you got the moon coming out again. You pulled the lunar cycles coming out in your reading about 3 or 4 times. So if you're really sensitive, new moons and full moons may very much affect your emotional waters. And you may get messages in your dream state that's going to help you. Some of you may feel like you're falling in a dream, like nobody's there to catch you. And that's just a feeling of being out of control, not having support. And what Spirit's saying to you is you're always there to catch yourself, right? You have the strength within you to catch yourself. All right, let's put you some guidance on actions moving forward. Yeah. Big release happening within yourself right now. There's a lot coming from the depths of self that needs to come out and be released. And again, you got this message, have patience with this process. Healing that inner child is going to bring you to a deep state of inner peace. How beautiful. And you're going to feel like you're completely free. You finally released yourself from all the shackles, all the burdens. You're just going to fly free, darling. Some of you are really desiring your freedom. And isn't it interesting you've got here, you've got the freedom to decide what your true happiness is. Away from the expectations of others, how they think you should live your life, who you should be. This is where it's trying to get you to. Freedom to decide your own happiness. What does that life look like? Perhaps it's quite non-traditional. All right, let's put your crowning energy from the Pegasus Oracle. Of course. Very beautiful. Have a look at that. I don't know if you can see it all, but there's a horse there in a waterfall. And it's all about the white Pegasus of the sacred waterfall. Now, whenever we pull waterfall energy, it's to cleanse our energy. Number 8's the infinity symbol. It says, Libra, release all that has been and be ready to be freed from attachments to the past. Otherwise, those attachments may restrict your present moment choices and unduly limit your future fulfillment. You're being offered the spiritual gift of inner cleansing as an opportunity to clear your body, mind, and heart. To let go takes courage, as well as trust that what rightfully belongs in your world shall be preserved, and what is divinely destined for your heart shall come to you. Releasing the fear of letting go may first require you to heal painful experiences of being denied, deprived, thwarted, and abandoned in this or other lifetimes. You can then trust that all that flows into your life. This healing will help you create positive expectations of being loved and receiving generous blessings, especially in the areas of your life where you felt the most challenged. To trust in your path and accept what is divinely destined for you, one must become willing to let go and be moved when the time comes. No matter how much you've suffered or how stuck you may feel, great clearing and healing is possible for you now. This offering can wash away all that has been in a waterfall of white light. If you allow for it, you shall completely overcome your past and rightfully claim a fresh new beginning, sealed and protected by loving spiritual grace. This is your time. Oh, perfect message. All right, those are your messages. If you enjoyed this reading, make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you do feel like you need a personal reading, extra guidance and support, do reach out. They are open for a very limited period of time. Booking links on here and down below. And for now, much love, much light. Namaste.